So, sorry. I believe the only way you should be using proxies is if it's an expensive card that you're either testing for like serious competition, or it's a card that you own and is expensive and it's just in a different commander deck. That way you can have the same $100, $200 card across multiple commander decks without having to buy it again. I mean, the price of a Rhystic Study is $80. The price of a Fierce Guardianship is $40, $50. The price of a Smothering Tide is $40, $50. Demonic Tutor, we're talking $70. So with the price of those high value cards, yes, I understand that there sometimes is a need for proxies. The big exception that I make, personally, when it comes to proxies, is themed decks. What do I mean by themed decks? Let me see if I actually have my cards here. I think I saved them to my builder account, but I can't remember. So if they're not here, please excuse. I'm trying to multitask, pulling up my stuff while we have this discussion. So by a themed deck, I mean you're taking a Magic the Gathering deck and making it themed around something that Magic currently doesn't have anything to do with. So, for instance, one thing I did a while back, I love Kamen Rider. So I made a Kamen Rider themed Magic the Gathering deck. I took, oh wow, that's pretty. Someone made a really pretty BB. I took a Sliver deck. I custom built the 99 for it, or I guess the 100 for it, it's the commander. I custom built the deck for it, and then I reskinned it all. Every card, new art. I chose the frames that I like, because when you create proxies, you can use whatever card frame you like. So for like every series of Kamen Rider I did both a different, each color of creature type was a different show within Kamen Rider. So like Geats, Kuga, things of that nature. So each color got its own show, and then each show also got its own frame. So for Geats, I used the Neon Kamigawa showcase frame. Okay, cool. I did save that stuff to my profile, so we're going to go ahead and switch over to here. So this is mtgcardbuilder.com, and this is where I do my proxy creation. There's some tokens I made for Vegas. So like the Bugster, which this got misspelled, and I'm going to fix it. I think I don't actually use that card in the deck. Still need to fix it. So like the Desire Temple Training, I made Training Center, the Bugster Base, Undergrowth Stadium, my custom basic lands. Yes, I did make the actual dual lands like Plateau, Bayou. I mean, this is just a fun deck that I play with my friends for the fun of it. So I felt absolutely zero shame in in making this, you know, a multi-$1,000 deck. I think when I last looked this up on Moxfield, let's see what it's at. Commander. It's going to be down here because it doesn't get updated. Common Sliver. Yeah, this is a $6,500 deck. So, you know, no shame. But you can see the custom cards I did here. So all my enchantments I did with the with this frame from Enchanted Tales. Not Enchanted Tales. Oh my god. The set that wishes it was Lorwyn. Yeah. For my sorceries, I used this frame from oh my god, man, I'm just blanking so hard today on you guys. New Capenna. God, Streets of New Capenna. All my sorceries have the new Capenna border. There we go. Continuing on, my instants have the Kaldheim border. I'm a real big fan of that border. I like it a lot. So you can see, you got the name I gave them and the actual card name, just like actual Universes Beyond cards. Then we get in the creatures. See, my Geats have the Fang Showcase frame. From Gotchard, I used the Duskmourn frame. You see, all my Geats creatures are my green slivers. They're all my green slivers are from Geats. My red creatures are all from Kamen Rider 01 and have the Neon Kamigawa frame. Kuga has the Bloomborough frame, and it's all my black creatures. Xaid, I used the... what was this set called? I think this was Ixalan that used this frame. Kamen Rider Saber, I used this Dragon frame that didn't see actual set. This was used in the March of the Machine for the Legends, Universal Legends. And then I got my, this guy's not a sliver, Seedborn Muse, so I used an alternate frame that just kind of matched the theme of that Kamen Rider. I think there's a couple more. Yeah, and then, my Changelings got the cool big score frame, which I'm a big fan of, and then my big Legends got the nice stained glass frame, and my Commander itself got this frame. Which technically I want to redo the Commander too, because that black text does not stand out enough against that card. So, when I order my next set of Proxies, I'll end up redoing that too. But anyways, all that is a really long show of what you can do with Proxies and the kind of Proxies I personally approve of. So, theme decks. I've got goals for other theme decks too. So what we're going to be working on today is actually in this same realm, and kind of why I wanted to show this particular one off. So those who know, Power Rangers in Japan is called Super Sentai and is a Toku brand, just like Kamen Rider. So just like Kamen Rider, I wanted to do the other side of Toku and do Super Sentai, and instead of 5-color, I want to do no color. So we're going to do a no-color Eldrazi proxy deck with Power Ranger theme, because big bad spaghetti monsters, okay, instead we're going to make it big bad Megazords. Big Megazord Doom Time for Eldrazi. I think it's going to be fun, it's going to be thematic, it's going to be overpowered, so I'm not going to get to play it often, just like I don't get to play my common slivers often. But the whole point of doing this is that you have something fun to play with. And when you go to the right website and order your Proxies, the cards are only about 75 cents a piece. So you're paying under $100 for a Commander deck. And like I pointed out, the Sliver deck is technically $6,500. But, it's all Proxy, and it's my theme, it only cost me $100, because I was on a different site that was $1 per card unless you ordered 200 or more. And that's where we're at. It's just something fun to do, and it's something fun you can play with, and it's unique to you. Other theme decks that I want to do include, I want to do a Friends-themed Super Friends deck. Get it? Super Friends? Yeah, I've just had a really hard time with that one, figuring out what characters to do as what planeswalkers, and that's kind of where I'm stuck on it. But like the Arcane Signet is going to be the yellow frame that's on the back of the door in Monica's place. My Soul Ring is going to be the red couch inside Central Park. Cool things like that. And again, that's one of the things I love about doing this process, is you get to have fun with it like that. It gets to be your thing. and no one else is ever going to have anything like it. Yes, they may have your same list, which is kind of what we're going to be doing as part of today's process. I'm going to be stealing someone's list, but you get to have something that's unique and fun for you. I want to do a Kingdom Hearts themed one at some point. I think it'd be fun to do not the whole deck for this, but I'm a big fan of the Curse Commander. Her name is... I just rebuilt her. I just digitally rebuilt her. Lindy. Why isn't it scrolling? Scroll, damn you. Page is broken. That's interesting. There it goes. So Lindy, Cheerful Tormentor. She has to deal with curses, and you want to bring all the curses back from the graveyard and put them on your opponent. I'm not going to proxy out this whole deck, because I don't even know if I'm going to build it. But when I build my, when I do go to get my other proxies printed, I'm going to reskin this as Danhausen from WWE. The You Are Cursed guy. If you know, you know. If you don't, whatever. Go watch some WWE and find out who Danhausen is. He hasn't had a single match since he came over to WWE from elsewhere, but he has been extremely entertaining. So yeah, again, you just get to do things the way you want to do them, and you get to have art that's unique to you. No one else is going to have it, and you just get to have a good time with it. However, if you are too lazy to do the proxying process, or maybe you just don't feel like it, if you come to an MTG card builder and you go to their gallery, you can search for pretty much any card, and chances are someone has proxied it at some point in time, especially if it's a card that's $5 or over. You're pretty much guaranteed for it to be proxied at that point. Some look like ass, like this Temporary Home. That looks so awful. But like this VV, the person used really cool art. It's a really pretty VV. This Get Lost with the Miku Miku Beam is fun. That's a fun card. This R2-D2's fun. JJK is really popular again right now, so someone made Panda. Oh, cool. It's the big Death Touch Worm. They just didn't put the actual card name on it. What else we got here on the recent page? Someone made a cool Sundial of the Infinite. Oh, that is that Furby? Is that a creepy-ass Venom Furby Island? Oh, that's wicked! Oh, I'm gonna have to show this to my friend Cobra later. He's gonna get a kick out of that. That's... Oh, man, I gotta go to page 2 and see if they've done the other ones now. Please be here. No? Not here? Shit. I was hoping it would just be there on page 2, but we're going to go back to page 1, and we're going to go... we're going to go to this guy's profile. Voodoo, spelled D-U-U. Please... Oh, he only did the island. What a bastard. He better be coming out with... I'm going to click save for later. He better be coming out with more, with the rest of that series, because that is sick. I would totally order some proxies of those lands if he did all 5 of them. Gotta love the creepy Furbies. Okay, so anyways, the main reason I have Moxfield open is so that we can explore Eldrazi decks together. And, figure out what deck we want to build, and if we want to make any changes to it. If we want to take like 5 lists and you know, kind of combine them or whatever. So we're not going to limit ourselves to bracket. Wow, you can actually... Is there an Eldrazi theme? No, there's no Eldrazi theme. Format Commander, Commander Partner... Alright, so I guess the first step then, to make this easier, because searching Eldrazi and just narrowing it to Explorer gives us everything under the sun. It's going to find any deck with an Eldrazi in it. Gatherer.wizards.com. Cool, card database. So we're going to do an advanced search. It's going to be colorless. It's going to be a legendary creature. It's going to be an Eldrazi. It's going to be commander legal. And there's 14 results. So there's 14 Eldrazi we can use as a commander. This one automatically gets eliminated because it's a 5-color. This one gets eliminated because it's red. So that leaves us 12. 11. It gives us 11 choices. And honestly, just after looking at 10, because this is the backside of 2 cards. That's stupid. 9, because that's the backside of 2 cards. Son of a bitch! Anyways. So, I mean, we really don't have that many options to begin with. We've got Emrakul, Kozilek, Ulamog, and Zuladoc. I think we're going to go with Zuladoc just because he's the cheapest. He gives us the most value as our commander. And technically he already is a commander in a colorless commander precon. So yeah, we're going to go with Zuladoc. I need to copy and paste that name because God knows I can't spell it. Save anyone's soul who can. Music stopped. Okay, it didn't stop, it just got quiet. So Zuladoc. So we're going to clear this. So let's explore decks. Paste. Zuladoc. Commander Zuladoc. Any bracket, save. Alright, cool. Out of 999 results. So let's sort these by most likes. Start by doing that. This one was just 19 days ago. This one was 10 days ago. 136, 255. I mean, for them to be that recent and have that many likes, I think these are where we're going to start. Totally agree with these options. Though, personal opinion, I would also put in the 6-drop Ugin because it makes our colorless spells cheaper. See what we're looking at for creatures. I mean, Bahamut, it's not an Eldrazi, but I'm not going to scoff at it. Spawn Bed be good. Winnower's great. Gotta run all 3 Ulamogs. That is the draw 4 Kozilek. That's the hand-filling Kozilek. This seems like it's mostly centered around just a couple of the bigger Eldrazi and then ramping with these other cards to get there. So if we were to use this as the base of our theme deck, this is an example of what we would do for these cards. So we would do Zuladoc. Honestly, he's probably going to be Zordon. That's realistically what we're going to do as the commander. We're going to make Zuladoc into Zordon. Hell, they both start with Damsey. We're just off to a great start. It's easy enough. Zordon rules all Power Rangers. Bite me. And then for these little mana dorks and things like them, we're going to make those the pieces of Megazords. So like the Red Dragon Zord from the second iteration where they got their Ninja Zords. Ornithopter Paradise, we could have be the Tyrannozord, or the Mastodon Zord, whatever. Point is, for these little creatures, we're using the Zord pieces, and then for instance, Ulamog himself, we're gonna make that the whole damn Megazord. So, the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Dino Megazord, this Ulamog, the Ninja Megazord, etc. I'm gonna have to pull up a wiki with all of the Megazords because I can't go back that far in my head to get the proper names for when I do the image searches. But yeah, that's essentially how we're looking at building the deck. So I don't see this as a bad start point. I like this start point. I see good stuff. I'm not upset by basically anything in this list. Except the fact that we're not running non-Eldrazi's in here because it takes us off theme a little bit. But realistically, we've got the good stuff. This is the stuff we want to see. And, I'm kind of rethinking saying these guys will be the... No. That's what we can do. That's a great idea. So, like, for our Monoroks, we're going to have them be the different morphers and the power coins and shit. And that's how we're going to do... Yeah, that's how we're going to do that. So let's break out a notepad. Let's break out a notepad. And let's start taking notes. Still can't spell this. I will never be able to spell this. So Zuladoc. It's going to be Zordon. We said little creatures are going to be the Zords. Big dudes, give me the Megazords. Monoroks are going to be the different morphers. I'm liking this. I'm liking how this is coming together. Move this off the side. I'm liking how this is coming together. This is going to be fun. This will be a multi-stream project, by the by. I may actually work on this on my own off-stream in my spare time. Depends on how today goes. I know for a fact we're not finishing this in the 2 to 2.5 hours I have slotted for the stream. This is not going to happen. When I did my common slivers, it was a multi-day, multi-hour project. I think it took me a total of 6 to 8 hours to do that deck. So yeah, this would be a multi-stream project, and because I want to have this for me, it may be something that gets some work on stream, some work off stream, and then when I come back to stream, I show you guys the progress and do more stream. And it may be something that goes beyond Mono Monday. Instead of playing games this week, might just dedicate the time to this. It all depends on how the week goes, how I feel. Tomorrow, I'm going to a Pokemon tournament with friends, rocking Guardy as long as I can. Just trying to get some of that confidence in playing the deck back. Yeah. Now, one thing I don't see in here that I would kind of like to see, since we're running the Urza's lands, is the 1-drop artifact, you pay 2, crack it, Expedition Map. I'd like to see Expedition Map with this. Now, I'm wondering if I can export this as a Excel sheet by chance. Export. No, but I can do it as plain text. I don't think I'm going to do all that. No, I don't think I'm going to do all that. I think I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to copy the deck list, modify it, and we're going to go from there. So we like that one. We really, really, really like that one. And then we're going to look at this other new one. We're going to ignore this one because it's over a year old, so it's missing any of the recent good cards. I think we're just going to look at these three right here. So next we're looking at Eldrazi Unbound. Claims it's a 2. There's no Eldrazi deck that's a 2. How you claiming this is the 2? Okay, this bugs me. Get over here. And it's alphabetical. That sucks. Let's see why it's a 2. Now, see, this is more along the lines of what I was looking to build, because this is straight up Eldrazi. This is themed. This is entirely themed around Eldrazi with one other card. The problem with that, the big problem with this build, is some of the mono rock creatures, like these guys, are just too good. This makes our historics cheaper, which affects both of our artifacts, as well as enchantment creatures like Bahamut. It affects our legendaries. Yeah. That's weird. I thought Monacan was more interesting. Anyways. So yeah, this gives us more ability to get into the big dudes, which I'm a big fan of. It's going to be more consistent. It's going to be meaner. Even though he marked it's only a 3, and I guess that's true because there's like no game changers in colorless almost. There's Monoval, probably Ancient Tomb. You're not running freaking Ancient Tomb. Bro, you're in colorless and you're not running Ancient Tomb? Wow, the price on Ugin's Labyrinth fell. When did that card price fall hard? Anyways. Yeah. Also, one thing I might think about doing with this is like removing the transformer. There's just so many rocks in here, and putting in. It's just, I'm gonna screw with these lands for sure, because like I said, Ancient Tomb needs to be in here. I could take out one of these bad rocks like Transformer for Crucible of Worlds for if our lands get destroyed. Or we have sacrificial lands in here too, like Wasteland. This is cyclable. This blows itself up. This blows itself up. This blows itself up. So the ability to get those back would be a big deal. So I think Crucible of Worlds might be a necessary evil in here. So this is a fun idea because he's definitely taking it to the tribal level. And that's a lot of fun. Tribal's good. I like that he's running Camille. That's a fun card. And he hits enough targets for it. I don't think this guy has enough targets for Camille, although all of these are Camille targets. It would put this in hand. It would put these smaller dudes on the field. So far we're looking at this list, but we're gonna bring our notepad back up and we're gonna do add 6-drop Ugin, not Ood, add 6-drop Ugin, add Crucible of Worlds, add Ancient Tomb, potentially add Camille. Making notes, because I will forget. I will most definitely friggin' forget. Let's see what else this guy's got going on. The other deck doesn't. Friggin' not much, honestly. This is a nice touch. There's his thought vessel. Okay, I was worried for a second. Is Idol of the False Gods over here? No, that's interesting. Because we can pump mana into this. So let's add that to the list. Add Idol of False Gods. Can look at adding that. Oh, did this run Mystic Forge? This had to run Mystic Forge, right? Oh my god, no Mystic Forge. Oof. And see, this is why you always look at multiple deck lists. Because not everyone can be a walking library of Magic cards. There's too many damn cards. So we do what we can. And move on. This is a fun card. I don't think I want to play it in my build. It's just fun. Echoes of Eternity, what do you do? Oh, yeah, we gotta run Echoes. This guy's not running Echoes of Eternity. No Elemental Blast in here? No Elemental Blast isn't in here. God. Where's my music? I guess every now and then it just makes you check in on it. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see what's going on. What is Titan's Presence? Ugh. That's a fun card for sure. I don't think it makes a big thing in this deck, though, because... yeah, I got big dudes, but... yeah. The Elixir's a nice touch, honestly. We're running Urza's Saga over here? No. Come on. What else this guy got? I mean, technically, yeah, you can run that. I don't know why you would. You have no use for green mana. That's a weird choice, my dude. You got Reliquary Tower in here, right? No Reliquary Tower! God, dude. Come on. Also, if we're talking utility lands, there's a big one we're missing in both of these decks, actually. We're missing Karn's Bastion. We might as well run lands that do things. Wow, this one doesn't even have Cavern of Souls. Come on, dude. You want your spells to be countered? Yeah, we gotta mess with this guy's list, seriously. He's missed some big things. He's got Strip Mine and Wasteland in here, but not things like Cavern of Souls. Big concerns. Alright, so thank you to Blurry Rar for giving us more ideas. And we're going to go on to the last list. I do not want to group by mana value. I want to group by type. He's running Tezzy. Okay. And no, I'm not running Karn. We're gonna be rude. I'm not telling you guys what I'm adding to the list. But it's not on this list, so good luck guessing. We are going to add a rude card. Bahamut's nice. This card's brand new. But not really what we want to do. Dear God, my guy. Could you run more artifacts? I mean, that's a really good way of getting around Grim Monolith. Let's be honest. I mean, he's got to be dealing with a specific pod for that to come up. Staff. I did not know that had a secret lair version. It's such a bad card to have a secret lair version of. Yeah, this dude's got something totally different going on. I think that might be a good ad for us. Eternity Elevator. Yeah, this dude is very artifact based. He's more artifact than anything. He's not actually interested in the Eldrazi part of it. I mean, he is, but he isn't. He just wants the Eldrazi to hit home, kind of. He's really, really focused on the artifact piece. Which explains the Tezzeret and the Karn. Okay, so we're going to copy this guy's list because it is the closest to what we want to do. Duplicate. We're going to call it Mighty Morphin Eldrazi. Duplicate. And now we're going to go ahead and start making changes. Actually, one thing I got to do. This goes under Commander. And this goes under Commander too. Cool. Mighty Morphin Eldrazi. So now we start taking out the things that we don't like and start adding in the things we do like. Excuse me. I know I typically do a 2.5 hour stream, but man, y'all, I'm dying today. I didn't sleep well last night. Oh, excuse me as I stretch. My model cannot convey how much I am stretching. Okay, so looks like I wanted to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, up to 14 cards. The Camille is a maybe, so 13-ish. Let's see. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to move this over here. And I'm going to rework this and sort them by card type. So this is a land. I'm going to put it here with the other lands. Cut these out. Put them at the bottom. That's a Planeswalker. That's an artifact. That's an artifact. Artifact, artifact. Echoes of Eternity. What was that? You know what? I don't even have to do this. We're just going to add them straight in right now. Begin. Where are you at, boy? Ugin the Ineffable. There we go. So we're going to add him in Crucible of Worlds. I'm going to go back to the deck list where this is easier. Idol of False Gods, Camille. Mystic Forge. I don't know why this person's not running that, because that's just a good card for colorless. Echoes of Eternity. Null Elemental Blast. Yeah, the card that I added behind you guys is back as Blightsteel Colossus. Don't judge me. Honestly, Blightsteel Colossus will probably be a bad guy when I make the proxy of it. Maybe I'll have it be like Mega Goldar, or it's just another big bad, just a big bad from one of the series. Maybe it will be Goldar, kind of like Goldar. So we did we do Eternity Elevator? We hit Eternity Elevator, right? Yeah. Ancient Tomb. Urza Saga. Reliquary Tower. Karn's Bastion. Cavern of Souls. Okay, that is all the cards we had considered adding. So now we're at 114. We need to get down to 100. Let's start eliminating cards I don't like. The Ugins are all an auto-include. Ugin, Ugin, Ugin. You are a board wipe. You are a bolt. You are free cardboard. You are free cardboard. You are mana reduction. You are problem solving, draw a card, add mana. And if I hit your ult in this particular deck, screw anything our opponents want to do ever in the history of anything. Excuse me. I'm still getting over a cold too, so my throat's a little cloggy. But yeah, excuse me, y'all. Play the music. Alright. So for today, let's at least get it down to 100. We've made decent progress today. You know, we're gonna get our 100 down. We've got our ideas for who needs to be what. And I'll at least make the commander on stream today. So we'll see how I feel at that point. But for now, I think that's where we're gonna end up. So let's keep going. Stick with me here. Good card. Okay card. That's on my maybe list. So we're going to move things to considering. That way it doesn't remove them from the deck. They just, they're like in the maybe board. Gain 1 life for each colorless permanent you control. That does include land, which is really nice. Hexproof from each color and Annihilator 2. I really like this. Gotta love Leveler. It's not an Eldrazi, but it's colorless. It's going in here. It's really good. Search for Big Dude. Gotta have it. Devourer of Destiny. From opening hand, if you do, top 4, 1 in hand. You know, put 1 on top and exile the rest. I just don't know how good this is in Commander. So that's going to go on our maybe board. Yeah, we're running both Emrakul's. I mean, we're running both Emrakul's. Who are we kidding? Oh yeah, you're getting one. Monodork. Sacrifices a non-token permanent... Oh yeah, freaking Annihilator and we steal their stuff? What could get better than that? Mono reduction... Draw 4 Annihilator... Recycle the library. So this is one of our big anti-mill cards along with this Ulamog. Yeah, go ahead and mill me. All my stuff goes back. Merry Christmas. That's a hand refill card. Or no, yeah, that's the hand refill card and discard the counter. Monorock. This one I'm iffy on. This one I think is pushing it a little too far. Paying 2 life for a mana is a very different story. If I was going to pay 2 mana for... So, if I was going to pay 2 mana for a life... Or 2... If I was going to pay 2 life for a mana... There we go. Then... I would just run this. Staff of Completion. Pay 2 life, add a mana. It's not a creature, so it's not going to get lost to a board wipe. And then it also does other things, like proliferating from my planeswalkers or drawing cards. Not... That creature was not worth it. I don't know if I hit consider or just moved it off the table. Here it is. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, see... No, that's... Yeah, he's got Toxic 1, but who gives a damn? That's not good enough. So, if I was going to run something like this, I would much rather just run the staff. You're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. You have Infect, not Toxic, which makes you so much better. Toxic is meh. Infect means if I pump you, yeah. That's the only reason I would run the 8-drop enchantment that gives +10/+10 and Annihilator is for this little bastard right here. To make him into an Eldrazi and have him swing for 11 Infect. Excuse me for just a moment, y'all. Just pulling a print off my printer bed real quick. There's that. Thank you so much for your kindness and understanding and hanging out with me. Alright, yeah, that's an auto-include. I mean, that's an auto-include. End step, return an Eldrazi from your graveyard to your hand, create 2... Yeah, no, that's an auto-include. Oh, excuse me. Told you I was tired. We're at that. Bahamut, I really like it. I mean, Bahamut's just a solid card. Equal to total mana value of other permanents you control to each opponent. I mean, if I've got a couple of Eldrazi on board, that's a game ender for sure. Anything named Ulamog is an auto-include, Ultima is an auto-include, Void Winnower is an auto-include. I think the rest of these are fine, but we made 3 cuts just in creatures. Oh, this guy already had a couple in his maybe board. That's interesting. Is 3 Tree City good? 1, 2... I mean... It's better than some of the garbage he's gotten here. And see, he did have Titan's Presence in the maybe board. We're gonna move this into the deck. Because I really don't like his land choices. Okay. So I think we've got the creatures carved out. I think I like where that's at. All is dust. Yeah, we're good. That stays. Yeah. And then, yeah. It only works on multicolor, but it's still really solid. Yeah, I mean, that's... Eldritch immunity. So, either I can give one thing protection, or I can overload it and give pure protection to all my creatures. I mean, that's really not bad. Oh, please tell me. I didn't even look for that. He's got Eldrazi Temple in here, right? Okay, cool. Desecrate. Up to 1 target permanent with an even mana value. If at least 3 colorless mana spent to cast this spell. Return a permanent with an odd mana value from your graveyard to the battlefield. I mean, yeah, that's effing fantastic too. This is a fun ad. I think it's fun. I'm not sure if it's good. I think we get to 7 mana fast enough to make it good, not to mention the Vigilance, Trample, Haste is just where it's at. Assault's good. Kind of. I've always been iffy on that card. Camille, Cold Steel. I think we're good to cut Cold Steel because we added... Well... We didn't really add a rock, we added an almost rock. Scheisenhoff. So we're definitely cutting Solar Transformer. But again, we're going to move this all to considering. Mind Stone can be helpful. I think Portal's fun. I'm not sure if it's good. That's just a 2-drop rock. Rock. Interesting rock. Interesting rock. I mean, all of this is like 2-drop rocks. This whole thing just reeks of 2-drop rocks. I'm gonna get rid of the Chalice. I don't feel like it's worth it. Oops. Can I undo that? Sure can't. Hold up. Hold the phone. Oh, okay. Add that back to deck. Go back to the deck. Then considering. We're not deleting anything. We're just moving things to considering. Big rock. I'd rather have this rock than this rock, so I think we're gonna nix the Dynamo. Let's go look at lands. So lands were at 43. We're gonna make at least 6-7 cuts there, and then we'll finish this off. So let's see here. What of these lands have the least number of good uses? That's not bad. That's great. That's decent. I mean, this is just indestructible. It's not... It doesn't do anything. We want our lands to do things. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't tap for mana, but it does things. So personally, I'm not a fan of Demolition Field or Field of Ruin in Commander, because you are going to give the 2 opponents whose land you don't blow up freebies. And I'm not really about that. Give me just 1 second. I think I forgot to do something. Yeah, sure did, but it's okay. Printer took care of it for me. Alright. Back to this. So, Ghost Quarter. Now, see, that one's not bad because it says its controller. That's one way we deal with problematic lands. This and this, you know, these are how we deal with problem lands. Or these. We don't want to give our other opponents free ammunition. If we got lands we need to get rid of, we're going to do it with one of these 3. Wasteland, Ghost Quarter, Strip Mine. Each player can... Yeah, I mean, that's... Someone steals our Eldrazi, we get back. Yeah, no, that seems right. That's a good one. That's one I added. I'm iffy on this one. It's a maybe. Is every non-basic land type cave, ever mine power? Okay, this instantly gets our Urza's lands online. So, abso-frickin-lutely, we are keeping that in. Rogue's Passage, yep. Sanctum, yeah. Scavenger Grounds, yeah. No. Activate only if you control 7 or more lands. No, I was thinking of Temple of the False God. No, this one goes in the away stack. Alright, music, come on. $39. I'd like to at least get to 35 or 6. Probably 36 for this deck. So where were we? We're right here. Rogue's Passage, Sanctum, Scavenger, Strip. 3 Tree, I'm on the maybe about, but I like it. That's really good. That stays. I know for a fact that one's good. Urza's Cave helps us get an Urza land. So we've got our 3 Urza lands plus Saga. I know I'm the one that put Saga in here. 1, 2, 3. There's only 3 targets for it, though. So, yeah, we're going to rip that right back out. Urza's Workshop. Fantastic. Volatile Fault. Sacrifice it while basically not clear. And I get a treasure. Well, at least I get something. It's not like Ghost Quarter where I get nothing. I love War Room because we've got no colors. Well, let's get rid of the Ghost Quarter and keep the Vault. The Vault costs a land to activate the ability, but we get a treasure out of it, so we're not totally at a loss with it. And we're going to make one more cut. Man, I do not know what to pick here. Drawing a card is nice, but we've got other lands that are doing that for us, and this is each player. So I'm pretty sure that's our cut. And then there's our 36. So we're at 102 cards. So after our changes, we only need to cut 2 more cards. We're going to cut Cold Steel because it comes in tapped. We don't need bad cards that come in tapped. And Greaves was in here. Boots wasn't. That sucks. I don't think it's worth it, though. Okay, so let's count the rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 freaking rocks. 15 out of 26 artifacts in this deck are rocks. Man alive. That, yeah, hi. That's just, ew. Let's look elsewhere. Maybe we can make the cut elsewhere. It's only one cut. 27 creatures, though. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, the cut's going to come down here from artifacts. I'm going to switch this version just real quick because I don't really care for Fallout. I know, it's a crying shame, right? Oh my god, then like Fallout, you must not be a real gamer. Bite my ass. It's just not my thing. One card to cut, and it likely needs to come from here. So this does one, and we can turn things to artifacts. This does one and draws this card. This does one and filters. That is our cut. I would say monolith, but that card becomes really useful really quick. Okay, well, I mean, there we go. There's our deck. There's our 100 card Mighty Morphin Eldrazi deck list. That was step one. And see, this is what I mean by how long this takes. Just to build your base deck list, we looked at 3 different deck lists, and it took upwards of 40 to 50 minutes. And that's just the deck, that's just getting the base list. The next steps involve finding art, so figuring out what card we want to make what thing. So like, this is going to be Zordon. What is this going to be? What is this going to be? What is this going to be? Which I'm thinking this might be like Alpha 5, Alpha 6, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure on how I'm going to do the Planeswalker. Because it's all Ugin, I really want it to be all the same character, so to speak. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that one yet. But yeah, we've got to figure out who we want all these things to be, or what we want all these things to be. Especially the lands, which is going to get tricky in Power Rangers. And then we've got to find all the art. We've got to find 100 pieces of art that we like. And after we find 100 pieces of art that we like, we have to come in here into the card builder and actually go in and make 100 cards. So yes, this is a very long, very drawn out process that takes a lot of dedication to do. But like with anything that takes this much hard work and dedication, you get a nice end result out of it. So we're on the creator on MTG Card Builder. The first thing I need to do is I need to pick a frame. We're obviously going to pick a showcase frame because I love showcase frames. Okay, here we go. The question is, what showcase frame am I going to pick for my colorless commander? I think for... See, I gotta re-go through a lot of these frames. Borderless source material, no. Draconic. See, I love this, but no, that's not gonna cut it. Ghostfire. I think that might be what we do our commander in. I think the commander might be Ghostfire. And then not for not wanting to go through all of this, because I could spend my time going through all these frames. I know what most of them look like. Artier's Sketch. Oh yeah, that was really cool. There's the stained glass. Streets of New Capenna, Golden Age. These are really cool. Come on, music. TARDIS, you know, I love the TARDIS because I'm a Whovian. Not of recent series, but I like 9, 10, 11, and most of 12. TBD. We're not really running enchantment stuff, so that's kind of no. The Fang, the double feature. Nickname Godzilla. Oh yeah, these ones. Storybooks are cool. If you're gonna run adventure type cards. UB is so generic. Phyrexian Masterpieces. Oh, neat. If I was gonna do a villains deck, that might be what I went with. Spellbook. So what, you got the Jason Gideon spellbooks, but not the Chandra, and even the Black, but not Chandra? You don't have the Chandra spellbook on here, guys? What the frick? Rude? Do Kaladesh Inventions. I mean, I do like the Kaladesh Inventions. I think these are glorious. IRL. No, I think for the commander at least we're gonna go Ghostfire. So we're gonna do the Ghostfire. So add frame to card, and then we gotta add the power and toughness to the card, which did get added, right? Yes. Okay, add to card. And I need the Legend Crown. The Ghostfire Legend Crown. There it is. No, that's his purple crown. That's not the right one. What is that? Legend Crown outline, no mask. Let me look at a Ghostfire card real quick. Let's go TCG player. Oh, it doesn't have the Legend Crown. Really? I thought it had the Legend Crown. Okay, so yeah, I don't have to worry about it then. Okay, the crown is implied. So I've got my frame, and now text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Zuladoc. So mana cost on Zuladoc is 5 and a colorless, so 5 and a colorless, right? Yeah. Title. Oh, that is something I need to add in. I need to add nickname. Colorless nickname, no mask. Okay, add frame to card. I think I want to lower the frame. Don't I? No, it needs to be above the frame. God, that just looks so awkward. Can I lower it at all? No? I might have to pick a different frame, guys. Artifact, land, multicolored. Scheißen, there's no just plain colorless one. Man, I really wanted to do that. These are weird. I mean, that's true. This might work. Let's add the frame of the card and see if it works. And then we remove this and this. And this goes up here. Put that there. Yeah, I'm not upset about this. We'll do this one. We'll do this one. That's weird. There should be... Whoa, what was that? Oh my god, we can move it. Oh well. It didn't look right with it anyways, so I'm not going to worry about it. But under the text, we should have the nickname. And it's not giving us the nickname. That's interesting. So I need the nicknames. And colorless. Add frame to card. And then... Okay, there's nickname. So let me fix this real quick, because I really don't like how this turned out. So we'll remove this, add no mask, add this, and then lower it. Okay, cool, our nickname is back. So the nickname is going to be Zuladoc. Nope. Backwards. Title is Zuladoc. Why are you being like this? Why are you all the friggin' way over there? Nickname, no mask, add frame to card, text, title, Zuladoc. Alright, so you have 110% decided to screw with me today. So we're going to fix this the hard way. And I need to make the text smaller. Okay, so that's correct there. But I need you to come more this way. I think that's centered. Let me use my finger here. Almost. I gotta push it back where it was just a little bit. I'm using my pinky. That's close. 1, 2, 3. That might be it. Alright. So then the nickname. Zordon's full name. Do we have an actual full name? Okay, Zordon of Eltar. That's what we'll use. He is Zordon of Eltar. At least that one got put in the right place. I need to fix that real quick. There we go. Type. Copy paste. Oh, it really does not like this frickin' frame, does it? I'm never using this frame again. Alright. Wrong one. Oh, wrong way. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. You can do it. Alright, there we go. So there's our type. Now we need our rules text. I'm just going to get this. I'm not worried about the reminder text. Boop. I'm going to raise that just a wee bit. Oop, nope. Okay. And then up we go. Not that much. Kind of want to center. And then come back to the right just a bit more. That looks pretty good to me. Okay. We're getting close to done. Next I need power and toughness. He is a 7/4. That needs to be made smaller for sure. And then it needs to be moved. And nope. That looks pretty. No, one more up. And then that looks pretty good. I'd say the placement of that 7/4 is pretty good. Maybe I can stand to make it just a tiny bit bigger. Yeah, I like that. Okay, there we go. Not worried about the signature. So I've got all the text on there. Now it is finding a image that we want to use. So I'm going to go to Google Images, Zordon of Eltar. And we're going to find a Zordon image that we like. That's really cool. From a fan film, but still pretty cool. That's a neat one. That's definitely fan art. Well, by typing in Zordon of Eltar, I'm getting a lot of that fan movie. Should I use the one from the movie? Not the bad movie, the good movie? Honestly, I think that might be one of the best choices. Outside this one from, well, that's a figure. That looks weird. And this image in the back in the day, I get why it was fuzzy, but it's just so fuzzy. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with this classic movie one. So save in the jazz. I actually need to create a folder for this. Zordon, save, come back to our builder, art, Scheissenkopf. It was not the right type of image file, was it? Nope, WebP image. There we go. Now let's try it. Nope, it's not the right type of image, so we keep on looking. I screwed up. Tisk tisk on me. I wish that image was clearer. None of the real old school images of Zordon are clear, and that's the issue with trying to use them. Dear God, that's ugly. It's rough, y'all. Sometimes it's really friggin' hard to find an image. I don't like AI art, but let's see if they can offer us an option. Well, that does that. Sheesh. See if that gives us more options. That might work. That's a PNG, that's something. Yeah, see, I had no clue what we wanted. Not even worth it. Oof, that is hard to look at. Yep, nope. That sucks. Remove art. So let's keep searching. So fuzzy. That's the thing about it being a freaking 95 movie, man. 94, 95. It's just... God, it's so hard. The scary part is this might be one of the best images we get. It's from Turbo. Or around that time. That might be one of the better images that we get. Sometimes we just don't get a lot of options, and it becomes really rough and discouraging. We'll see how clear this image is. Answer, it's not. Not this one. No, see, these are just really unclear images, which is unfortunate. If this one doesn't work, we're going to have to rethink either the commander or, yeah. I mean, this might work. Oh, yeah, I need that zoom back. Okay. Oh, it's got to be a little more. Okay. I mean, you know what? We're gonna rethink this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna pay JDF some respect. We're gonna have JDF some mad respect here. Ah, it's a WebP image. I can't do that. I don't... Can I copy it? And then do something with it? Trim a little bit off the top. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm over here in Paint. Save as PNG. Sweet. So let's see if I can do this. Alright, let's try this again. I might have just needed a little bit up top. Actually, I don't think that's too bad. See if there's another image just in case. I do like this image though. Put some respect on JDF's name. And it's kind of cool to have him as the commander. For a lot of us, he was a big part of our childhood. Dude was a Power Ranger for so friggin' long. If you guys didn't know, those of you who didn't know, his movie, The White Dragon, is actually hitting theaters August 28th. Select theaters, but still hitting theaters. I think that's the image we're going with, straight up. That seems to be one of the cooler images. Unless I search Jason David Frank. There's that same image. This music kind of shitting on my mood. Yeah, I think that's the image we're going to go with, and I think that's what we're going to go with. We're going to change... this to Tommy Oliver. And we're going to make JDF the commander. I think that pays the man good tribute. I think it's really cool as a commander. So I think that's going to work for me. Oh, here's the button I was looking for earlier. Whatever. So let me do one thing real quick. I want to try this image with the unedited, because I cut some of the top off because it was really long up top. Let me see what it looks like with the full top. See, that's tough. I think we're going to go with the unedited. I think we're going to go with that one right there. That still looks really good. You still got the helmet. Text goes through the middle of the helmet, so nothing's really obstructed. His hair's up here in the text box. You see more of his face this way. I like this. I like this is what we're going to go with. So save and update gallery. Yes, the card exists. The original card is Zuladoc. Tommy Oliver. And unfortunately, it makes you do tags. I think it used to. Yeah, you gotta have at least 3 tags. Tommy Oliver, Zuladoc, Ranger, Power Rangers. There we go. And that'll save it to your personal gallery as well as make it available to you to update in the future. Oh, that's one thing I haven't done. I need a set symbol. Are you done here? You're not gonna play music anymore for me? Oh, I got through it all. Yeah. Cool, perfect. This is exactly what I needed right here. I just gotta pick one. Lightning Bolt PNG. Kind of like this one. It might not work. Card name already exists. Bite me, princess. Here we go. Collector. No. Set symbol. Here we go. Set symbol. Upload your own. Going with bolt. Yep, that's what I thought was gonna friggin' happen. Because it wasn't an actual PNG. I think we might have to go with that one. These freaking shady websites. I'm not gonna click download no matter how many times you prompt me. Just let me have it, guys. Come on. No, I'm not. God, you people suck. I might have my wife make it for me. Because she's got Photoshop and Photoshop skills. So I might have her actually do it for me. Yep. Okay, so that'll get added later. But I do need to save the card. Yes, the card exists. You know, Tommy Oliver has zeroed up. Oh, thanks for the stretch break, Stitch. Stretchy stretch. Okay, submitted. So now my card is live. Yep. So now if I go to my gallery, you go to your My Account, and you go to your profile. I can't remember what's going to be first. Yeah, there, it's going to be the first one. And yes, that's my cat. Yeah, so there's my Tommy Oliver Zuladoc. It is officially live, and I just need to go in and I need to customize my set symbol and then add it to the card, and once I add it to the card, I can start using it for all the other cards, and I'm just going to go nuts. That is going to be it for today. It was an almost 2-hour stream, which is great. I stuck around longer than I thought I was going to. But now you guys can see exactly how intense the proxy making process is and how much you have to go through. 2 hours, an hour and 45 stream. Granted, 20 minutes of that was showing all my previous proxies. So roughly an hour and a half it took me to just make the deck list and then do this. That's all I got out of today. Wild. That's unfortunately the way it rolls with these proxies, and it takes a while. Once you start getting into it, so like once I have my frame for my creatures set up, I've decided what frame I want to use, and I have the set logo on there, which will never change. I can just start cranking through creature after creature after creature, and it'll get a lot faster because all I have to do is change the text and the image. But like, this is how involved this process is, and this is how long this stupid process takes. So now you guys kind of have an insight into how the proxy making process works, and just how fun it can be. Because again, this is I don't always endorse proxies, but like my tokens, yeah, I got proxy tokens, and I had these printed out for MagicCon Vegas in Atlanta. I used these in MagicCon Vegas in Atlanta because I needed them, and they're fun. I like my extra turn one. So, I mean, and then when you do theme decks like this is going to be, you know, this is going to be my Eldrazi Power Ranger. I've got my Common Rider slivers, my common slivers. It's a fun way to do things. It's a fun way to make a deck and make it yours. And if your friend group, like mine, is cool with you doing this, you know, then you have something that you can whip out for fun at the table, regardless of the power level. Although, honestly, when you look at my version of this, I think it's a bracket 3? It's a bracket 3. It's got Mana Vault and Ancient Tomb. So it's got 2 rocks as the frickin' game changers. Without those 2, it would be technically a 2. And honestly, I agree with the assessment of a 3, because it's so hard to get this big stuff out. You gotta get going, and there's not much card draw, so once your hand is empty, you're kind of screwed. But, you know, it is what it is, and I think it's going to be fun. So that's our deck list, and that's, you know, Tommy Oliver's are going to be our commander. I hadn't thought of that previously. It was going to be Zordon, but whatever. But yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to this, and I look forward to working on this and enjoying the journey with you guys. MMPR Eldrazi. Sorry, saving my note sheet. The R didn't get typed. MMPR Eldrazi. Save. Cool. Switch. Transition. Oh, man alive. So what did you guys think? Like, I hope you guys enjoyed watching how the proxy thing works. I hope you are inspired to maybe do some proxy work of your own. You know, maybe there's a series that you're a big fan of. Maybe you like maybe there's, I don't know. Just you know, take your time, think about it. Maybe it's something you want to do, maybe it's not. But, you know, if there's a big series that you're a fan of and you want to proxy up a deck of your favorite fandom, again, I like Kingdom Hearts, and I want to do something with Kingdom Hearts. I think it's going to be a Voltron deck. When I do Kingdom Hearts, I really think it's going to be Voltron, and I'm going to use all the sword cycle, like sort of Feast of Famine, sort of this, that, the other, sort of Body and Mind. Those are all going to be changed into Keyblades and put in the deck. I just got to figure out who I want my commander to be for that. It's likely going to be Wilson Fearsome Grizzly. If you're not familiar with Wilson, he is the best, or Refined Grizzly. Wilson Refined Grizzly. He is the best boy. He is a bear warrior. He cannot be countered, so your commander is uncounterable. He's only a 2-drop 2/2. Vigilance, Reach, Trample. So he's like the perfect Voltron commander. Isamaru is a popular one because he's a 1-drop, but I tell you what, a 2/2 for 2 with Ward 2 that has 3 freaking keywords and can't be countered, for me, that is the ultimate in Voltron Commander. But that is it for me, for here, for now, for tonight. I appreciate you guys enjoying me on this ride. I'm going to get some snacks and watch WWE and have a good night. So, the rest of y'all, I hope you have a good night as well. Do whatever you need to do. Just stay safe. Remember, Sempai noticed you. Have a good night.